Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gifford Gymnasium, where today's North Bergen Interscholastic League matchup, the visiting Bergenfield Bears will take on the Wayne Hills Patriots. I'm David Suntup alongside Andrew Gayo and Michael Botwinick. Guys, the Patriots won the first round of their Passaic County tournament by beating Pompton Lakes 46-23, and today they play Bergenfield, who's been struggling this season. They haven't really gotten into a rhythm, and this season they're 3-14. What does Wayne Hills have to do to come out on top today?
Well, quite frankly, Dave, this Wayne Hills team has been on a roll lately. A couple of weeks ago, they were hovering above the 500 mark, trying to find a way to get things going, to get into states. Now standing at 10-8, they've made the state playoffs. They got that monkey off their back. And in the first round of the county tournament, they just absolutely destroyed the Pompton Lakes team. So they're on a roll right now. Momentum's on their side. Look for the Patriots to dominate this game in all aspects.
Also look for Michelle Lala and Courtney Vaca to have a good game. They had a great game last week. And Bergenfield doesn't really have a big force in the middle, so Courtney Vaca have a big game today.
Yeah, Wayne Hills, back in the middle of January, they had a tough schedule, Passaic Valley, Passaic Hills, Northern Highlands, so they lost some tough games. But now they played Mawa, they played Indian Hills, they won those games easily. They lost a tough game to Oltapan on the road, but Oltapan's only lost one game in the year, and they rolled in the first round of the Passaic County tournament. So now they're really gelling, and this is a game that they should win if they take it seriously and play smart.
Yeah, they do play in a tough league, the NBIL. In their division, Ramapo's always a contender. And in the Division II, you always have Passaic Valley this year with that, winning their league for the 28th year in a row. Northern Highlands, they just great teams in the North Bergen Interscholastic League, and it's a tough league. And when you play in a league like the NBIL, you have to play hard. You're not going to be, especially in your Wayne Hills case, you're a good team, but if you're not going to be 23-1. You're going to be 10-8 like the Patriots are, and they made the state playoffs, and they're going to take advantage in the Group 3 because they have Passaic County teams in Group 3, which they are not in the NBIL, so they can't beat those teams.
Well, there's still some good teams in Group 3. You have Northern Highlands, you have Ramapo, so the group is still going to be tough. And now I'm going to turn over to Mr. Mezzi for the lineups.
Eric Olson and his assistants, Eric Lind and Matt Valmuller. And for the Patriots, head coach Bill Kersey and his assistants, Jen Haggerty and Vinnie Porter. Now for the starting lineups for the Bears, sophomore guard, number 13, Chanel Banta, number 13. Junior guard, number 3, Casey Hollenfer, number 3. Sophomore forward, number 14, Katie Lappy, number 14. Senior forward, number 30, Brittany Beckett, number 30. And junior center, number 24, Daniela Rivera, number 24. And for the Patriots, junior guard, number 24, Allison Litsky, number 24. Junior guard, number 1, Katie Ash, number 1. Sophomore forward, number 25, Becky Oles, number 25. Senior forward, number 23, Michelle Lala, number 23. And senior center, number 33, Courtney Vaca, number 33. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by Wayne Hills freshman Miss Emily Amatuli.
By the dawn's early light.
Great job by Emily Amatuli, who sung the national anthem. But anyways, back to basketball here. Wayne Hills, their starting lineup. In the backcourt for Wayne Hills, Katie Ash and Allison Litsky, 2 juniors. Starting at 1-4 position is sophomore Becky Olis, and also starting are seniors Michelle Law and Courtney Vaca, who have both had a fantastic senior seasons and have really carried this team.
Oh, absolutely, Dave. And they really, between Vaca and Lala, they have turned around this program, because 4 years ago when they came here as freshmen, this program was in dismay. It was not in good shape, and they've taken it one step at a time. They've turned it around the last 2 years, making the state playoffs for the first time in a long time. And it's really given the program some confidence, giving it some hope for the future, making some players that would not have that were in the 8th grade that maybe would have gone to a different school. Now they're starting to come here, so they've really turned the program around and put it into good condition.
Wayne Hills made the state tournament this year, finishing at 10-8. For most sports, the way they do it by league record. You have to be over 500 in your league. But for girls basketball, it's overall record. So they were 9-7, and then they lost the game to Altapan the day of the cutoff. So they finished 9-8 before the cutoff, and then they won their first game after the state cutoff. But we're in the first round of the Passaic County tournament. We're ready for the jump ball here. Michelle Lala and Lindsay Abatella jump the ball. There's going to be a travel, so Wayne Hills is going to get the ball here. Ash to pass it in. Inbound to Litsky. Litsky trying to run the offense. Lala goes baseline. Jump stop. Litsky in the post to Vaca. Vaca double team. Back to Litsky. Olis to Ash. Ash back up to Litsky. Lala wants the ball in the post. Vaca. Lala makes a move. Litsky. Ball deflected by Bergenfield. Number 13, Chanel Banta, the sophomore guard. That's going to be Wayne Hill's ball. They're going to inbound under their own basket. Ash, pump fake. Litsky, she's going to take a shot. And it's good. 3-pointer for Allison Litsky.
And she has caught fire lately, just carrying her team in the county tournament game, putting up 15 points, I believe, in that game. And she's been shooting very well in the last couple games.
Yeah, if you give her a wide open 3, she's going to make you pay. And lately, she's been knocking the shots down. Bergenfield is going to take a shot. Air ball. Rebounded by Katie Ash.
And that the Patriots, if they let the Bergenfield take those shots all night, because if they take all those shots all night, the Patriots are just going to run over this team. Look for possibly a 30-point win.
Ash is going to take the elbow jumper. It's going to be off the backboard. And there's going to be a foul. I believe it's going to be on Bergenfield. Becky Olis is fouled.
Yeah, Olis' first start on the varsity level for her as a sophomore. Very nice job. She's been on the team since her freshman year, and she's a really consistent player. Great free throw shooter.
Inbound. Back to Vaca. Vaca off the glass, no good. And it's going to be taken up by Banta. Banta looking to push. And they're going to call another travel on Bergenfield. Number 3 for Bergenfield. Not sure who that is. Casey Hollandfer traveled. And Allison Litsky's going to inbound the ball. She's going to pass it to Lala.
Lala's really run the point a lot this year. She's a tall player, and they give it to her a lot to run the point.
Yeah, very good passer. Knows how to play the game. As Lala's going to take the baseline jumper, it's going to be off the back rim, no good. Becky Olis goes for the rebound. And there's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Well, Hills really has some great ball movements here in this game. And they pressured Bergenfield into 2 travels already. And the difference has just been really good.
Well, 1 travel. The first one was called backcourt.
Let's get it inbound to Ash. Lala. Pass it to Litsky. Vaca wants the ball in the post. Ash fires a shot, and it's good. Katie Ash hits a long 2, and the Patriots are now up 5-0 against Bergenfield with just less than 6 minutes left. Bergenfield looking to push. Lappy, pump fakes. Good defense there by Michelle Lala to knock it away. Lappy, post up against Lala. Vaca, trying to maneuver. Banta to Lappy. Lappy is going to fire a three. It's going to go in and out. Good play there by Bergenfield to save. Beckett on the save. Great defense there by Courtney Vaca. And Lala's pushing the ball. She's got Vaca. Vaca catches it. Nice pump fake. The shot is no good, but there's a foul. Actually, there's a travel. And they're going to call a timeout.
Bergenfield center Katie Lappy has a Veda Sabonis-like game that I've witnessed in the early going. You know, tall girl, and she likes taking the three-point shot. I mean that's not the strategy I would run. If I had the big size, I would be dominating down low, crashing the boards. But I guess she's the player that just likes launching it up from the outside.
Well, when you're playing against someone like Courtney Vaca down low, she's very solid defensively. It's going to be hard to get good shots around the basket, so maybe that's why she's taking those outside jumpers.
Yeah, but still, Dave, don't you want some inside presence? I mean, you're not going to win the game by taking all outside shots.
Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't be taking threes, but maybe because of the defensive presence, it's going to force her to the outside. As Waynos is pressing early. Great play there defensively by Vaca as Litsky gets the steal. Lala pops a jumper. Nothing but net for Michelle Lala. Bergenfield looking to push. Banta gets the ball stolen by Ash. Great defense by the Waynos Patriots. They forced probably about 3 or 4 turnovers already in this game.
And the Patriots, their defense has been stifling on the early going, just causing turnovers. This Bergenfield team's looking what their record looks like. Very clueless.
Litsky down low to Vaca. Vaca getting triple teamed. Back to Litsky. Litsky's going to take a shot off the front rim. No good. Great rebound by Courtney Vaca. She goes up, and she's going to go to the line for 2.
And that's what Vaca has to do because they get the ball down low to her, and she's going to be a force inside, and she's going to draw fouls and try to take some free throws.
That was a very athletic move by Vaca. Great job to grab that rebound and pass it off to Litsky for the open 3.
First free throw, nothing but net. Last year, Courtney Vaca led the varsity team in free throw percentage, so this is no surprise here. Second free throw off back iron, no good. Rebounded by Lappy. Lappy up to Banta. Banta against Ash. Banta's going to stop, pop, and gets the lucky roll. So Bergenfield gets their first points of the game.
And Bergenfield's going to have to start striking early because if they fall out of this game, they're not going to be able to recover because Wayne Hills, we all know they're a good defensive team. They take good shots, and when they're at their best, not a lot of teams can stop them.
Vaca behind the three-point line. Ash to Lala by the free throw line. Lala to Litsky. Litsky looking to go down low. She doesn't have it. Olis, and they're going to call a travel on Becky Olis. She took a step before she dribbled.
Question call. I did not see the step taken forward, but referees out there, they're working hard, so it must have been the right call.
As Bergenfield inbounds, Wayne Hill is being very aggressive here, trying to create turnovers. As Bergenfield has been very sloppy with the ball, as Katie Lappy turns over the ball. So Wayne Hill is doing a great job pressuring and creating turnovers because that's how you have to win these types of games.
Now, I don't know what this coach is doing for Bergenfield because he's having his center take up the ball, taking these long three-point shots and throwing these passes. There's a reason you have a point guard. The center's supposed to go down low. Point guard's supposed to settle his team down. This is very unorthodox.
Lala takes the shot, no good. Banta trying to push it to Lappy. Pass deflected, but Lappy gets it back and she puts it off glass for 2. Litsky trying to push the ball up the court. Litsky trying to set up the offense. Lala fakes to her right. Litsky wide open, doesn't take the shot. Ash, back to Litsky. Good play there defensively by Bergenfield as Allison Litsky tried to pass it into Vaca in the post. As Banta takes the ball up the court to Lappy. Lappy's going to take another 3, and she swishes it from downtown. You know, we were talking about this before that she shouldn't be taking threes, but you know, maybe there's something that we don't know. She has a good stroke from the outside. Maybe she has a decent stroke from the outside. Maybe it's better than we thought. So Bergenfield has cut this lead to 8-7. Vaca Back to Litsky. Olis. Baseline pop. Off the front rim. No good.
This is a big defensive stop here for the Patriots as Lappy takes the three-pointer.
Off the front rim. No good. So we rebounded by Bergenfield. Good rebound there by Beckett. Banta. Banta looking to go down low. Bad pass there by Banta. She never had a good defensive play there by Lala.
And that was a statement for Wayne Hills because they needed to D up. They were looking a little loose on defense before, and they did a nice job on that series.
As Lala airballs the baseline jumper, and there's going to be a jump ball, the possession arrow in favor of Bergenfield, as Becky Olson, a Bergenfield player, were going for the ball.
But that's what you want to do. I mean, I like that aggressiveness by Becky Olis, crashing the boards. You know, it's her first varsity start, so this is good for her. You know, show Coach Percy that she can do what she can do. You know, she's a good player, smart player.
Banta around the screen, baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Laffy, and Becky Olis getting in there again to get the ball back for Wayne Hills. That's just heart and desire, and that's how you work your way into the starting lineup, by playing very hard and practicing games and showing a lot of energy, and that's what Becky Olis has done in this game so far.
Yeah, Dave, one of the main reasons they're winning this game is because of their defensive pressure and the forcing the steals and turnovers.
As Litsky's pass is stolen by Bergenfield. Banta. Banta passes it. Beckett against Lala. Beckett passes it on the baseline. Shot is no good. And the refs are going to call a foul. Not sure who the foul's on. I believe it's going to be on Wayne Hills. I think it's on Litsky. It is on Litsky. It's her first foul of the game. 1 minute and 4 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Wayne Hills is beating Bergenfield 8-7. Beckett driving against Lala. Beckett back to Banta. Banta to Beckett. Beckett going on the post to Lappy. Lappy against Vaca. Lappy. And she gets to the line as they're going to call a foul. Courtney Vaca.
And she's really the go-to player, as it seems that they're early going for the Bergenfield Bears. That Katie Lappy, she likes getting the ball low. She likes getting it high. She likes taking those jump shots. But now I saw a different aspect of her game. She goes down low, she makes a couple moves, trying to find her shot. Actually, her free throw goes here. No good. But now, Dave, this we haven't really talked about this tonight, but second round of the county tournament, Wayne Hills plays Eastside. Eastside, as we all know, one of the best teams in North Jersey for the past 20 years. Does Wayne Hills have a chance?
As the second free throw is good. Well, I haven't really followed Eastside that much. You know, I'm an NBAL person. But what's Eastside's record, Andrew?
I believe, I think they have one loss, or it's 2 losses, I believe.
As
2 losses.
As Lala's baseline jumper is off the mark. Bergenfield doing a good job pushing the ball. Beckett's going to shoot the jumper. No good. Good rebound by Michelle Lala.
Yeah, but Eastside's actually, I think, the Ghosts are 16-2, so they play in one of the hardest conferences, and then JIL.
Lala takes the baseline jumper, and it is good. And Wayne Hills retakes the lead, 10-8. 13 seconds left here in the first quarter as Linda Stambouli checks into the game. Banta, pass it to Beckett. Beckett, shot is no good, but they're going to call a foul on Alex Verduin.
So, Dave, you didn't finish the question.
Yeah, now I'm going to answer your question. Sorry about that, Andrew.
It's all right.
But, you know, well, you have to come into these games with a positive attitude. You have to think you have a chance to win. But it's definitely going to be tough, but they're going to have to play very good defense. They're going to have to establish a post game with Courtney Vaca, and then that could open up the outside game with Michelle Lala, Allison Litsky, Linda Stambouli, Becky Olis. So they're really going to have to play a complete game here. As the first free throw by Beckett was good, the second one no good. As Michelle Lala's going to push the ball up, 1 second left, and she does not get a shot off. And at the end of the first quarter, the Wayne Hills Patriots are defeating the Bergenfield Bears here at the Gifford Gymnasium, 10-9. Guys, what are your thoughts on the first quarter?
Defense, defense, defense. Good job there by Wayne Hills establishing the defensive side. I mean, just pressuring the ball, causing turnovers. And what's really impressed me is shot selection. Wayne Hills has really taken nice shots in the early going today, something that they've been working on in practice, I know for a fact. And it's good that for a team to have a defensive minded effort first, because if you have a defensive minded effort, you're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, they're really having a great game defensively, and a lot of steals and turnovers, forcing them to have a lot of great hustle plays, and the full court press is really being effective in this game.
I agree with you, Mike. You have to create turnovers to win games, and that's what the Patriots did. They started out this game with a full court press, played really good defense. Bergenfield was careless with their handling of the ball. Wayne Hills capitalized. They got in the open break. They got some baskets. They got to the line. So that really helped Wayne Hills in this game. But later in the first quarter, Bergenfield started getting their touch. They made some shots. They got to the line. So Bergenfield started to find their groove.
Absolutely, Dave. I mean, I could not have said it better.
Bergenfield to inbound the ball to start the second quarter as Abatel passes it into Banta. Banta against Stambouli. Lappy goes around the screen. She's going to take a three, and it's good. Katie Lappy making her second tray of this game, and Bergenfield takes their first lead of the game, 12-10. Stambouli running the offense. Bergenfield playing a zone, 1-2-2. Lala trying to set up a play. Lala is going to pass it to Holly Bassinick, making her first appearance. Freshman phenom has a very good shot. Good play there by Megan Tierney to try to save it on the shot by Bassinick, but to no avail as Bergenfield is going to take over.
Well, Holly's really just learning right now. She can really be a great player for the future of Wayne Hills.
Yeah, I watched her in Warpstead. She was swishing everything. She probably made about 5 or 6 shots in a row, so she definitely has a nice touch from the field. And the first game we did this year against Paxton Valley, she came off the bench in the fourth quarter and had 4 points. As Abatel takes a three off back iron, no good, as Alex Verduin gets the rebound.
Yeah, she's really a promising freshman. And she has really an all-around game.
As Verduin takes the baseline jumper, no good. Banta pushes it up to Abatel. Abatel takes a shot, no good, off the rim. Lala looking around the court. Stambouli around the horn to Bassinick. Bassinick to Verduin. Verduin to Stambouli. Lala's going to take a shot, and it's good. Michelle Lala swishes the long two to tie the game at 12.
And she's been shooting excellent today. I mean, she's making the majority of her shots, and she continues to do that. Bergenfield's in deep trouble, and another traveling violation called there by the referee.
Yeah, traveling violation on Taryn Beckett. I believe she is probably the sister of Brittany Beckett, I would have to assume.
Well, it's not really the most common of names, so I would assume they're related in some way.
Michelle Lala takes the ball up the court. Lala around the screen by Verduin. Verduin back to Lala. Lala passes out of the reach of Linda Stambouli, and Bergenfield is going to take over.
Yeah, not a smart pass there, but she'll recover. Michelle Lala, she learns from her mistakes. I mean, she's a senior, and it's not going to bother her. It's not going to get in her head. That's what the best players overcome, that adversity and continue to play. It's in their back of their mind. They don't think about it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. The players who are the best, players are going to make mistakes. No one's perfect. And what makes players great are players who come up clutch in situations where they are faced with adversity. And that's what Michelle Lala does. As they're going to call a foul on the floor. They're going to call a foul on Linda Stambouli, I believe.
Yes, it is.
As Bergenfield is going to inbound Lindsay Abatello to take the inbounds pass. Abatello to Banta. Banta back to Abatello. Lappy against Vaca. Lappy gets around Vaca. Great defensive play by Michelle Lala. That's the kind of defense that Bill Percy likes to see.
And that's a key matchup tonight, Vaca versus Lappy. And it looks like Vaca's really got the defensive heart, and she's shutting her down for the most part tonight.
Yeah, that was good help defense by Michelle Lala. Michelle Lala again gets another block.
Offensive foul there, Dave.
Yeah, as the Bergenfield player, I believe that was Beckett, tried to I mean, Beckett probably fouled Michelle Lala.
Well,
after,
she didn't probably. She did foul.
Yeah, well, she
Yeah.
did. Well, I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
what
she-
happened. I missed
After
it.
after the block, she fouled her.
Stambuli to Lala. Lala in the post to Vaca. Vaca pump fakes. Shot no good, but she's gonna go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and Vaca's she's just such a smart player. I mean, getting down low, she knows what to do. I mean, she kind of makes it look too simple because all she has to do is go down low, try to draw a foul, and then she goes to the line, and she's almost automatic from the line.
First the 2 free throws on the way. First one is off the rim, no good. As Bergenfield is going to do a substitution, as Daniela Rivera is going to come into the game, as Lindsay Abatello is going to take a break. Second free throw on the way. And Vaca makes the second free throw, 13-12 Patriots, 4:58 here left in the first half. Good pressure by the Wales Patriots, almost forcing a turnover. Bergenfield pushes it up as Daniela Rivera, who just checked into the game, gets the easy basket off glass for 2. Wales trying to push. Lala to Basinik. Stambuli trying to set up the offense. Stambuli to Lala. Tierney comes off a screen. Tierney off glass, no good. Rebound by Vaca, and she puts it up for the deuce. Good play there by Courtney Vaca to get the offensive rebound and put it back for 2.
Oh,
They're
and
going to go travel there on Katie Lappy. Great defense there by Holly Bassinet.
Dave, how many times has this full court press resulted in a turnover today?
Probably about 3 or 4 times.
a lot, to say the least.
Basinek's going to inbound to Stambuli. Stambuli. And the pass is in front of Holly Basinek as the Patriots turn the ball over. Bill Percy is telling his team to watch out for number 24, Daniela Rivera. She got a basket the last time. As Bergenfield has a 2-on-1. Great defense there by Holly Bassinet to knock the ball away. And it's going to be Wayne Hill's ball.
I don't know. Did that hit off a Bergenfield player after it hit off Basinek?
I thought it hit off of Holly Bassinek, but that's why the refs ref the game. They know what they're doing, and that's why we're here, to say the least.
Well,
A great defense there to get back because Bergenfield had a 2-on-1, and Holly Bassinek broke it up. Lala to Bassinek. Bassinek off glass for the deuce. Great pass there by Michelle Lala, finding Holly Bassinek, who was wide open, and she put it off the glass for 2. Great defense there by Linda Stambuli to strip the ball from Lappy. Stambuli up to Vaca. Stambuli to Lala. Bassinek at the top of the key. Vaca trying to direct traffic. Lala wasn't open on the backdoor cut. Bassinek to Lala. Lala's going to drive, run in the lane. No good, but she is fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2.
Michelle Lala, truly a very athletic player. She really brought her A game today and is having a very, very good game.
yeah, she's a very versatile player. I mean, inside, outside, whatever it is, defense, she just comes out all the time with 110% effort as she sinks her first free throw.
So the first of 2 free throws is good for Michelle Lala. The Wayne Hills Patriots are leading the Bergenfield Bears 18-14 here in the second quarter. 3:21 left here in the first half. As Bill Percy is checking with his players to make sure that they know who they are boxing out on this next free throw. As Michelle Lala take the second free throw. As Michelle Lala puts it through the hole, so she made both free throws. She's also a very talented free throw shooter. As Vaca is going to have to cover Banta. Great defensive play by Courtney Vaca to knock the pass away by Banta, and Katie Ash recovers for the steal. Litsky to Ash. Litsky at the top of the key. Lala, open shot. She takes it. No good. Rebounded by Beckett. Banta going against Litsky. Banta, runner in the lane, off glass, no good, rebounded by Vaca.
And good defense, crashing the boards for the Patriots as they just turn it over there.
As Beckett with the steal, good hustle by Courtney Vaca to get it back, and she blocks the shot. Great defense there by Courtney Vaca, and great hustle before that to get back to play defense.
That was a rare turnover by Michelle Lala. She got it back, though, and Hills will recover.
As the pass is deflected, Lala puts up the runner on the baseline, and it is good. Michelle Lala just having a fantastic game. She probably has around 10 points, not certain, but she's just played fantastic today.
Yeah, she really has been. In order for Wayne Hills to be successful in the state tournament and the county tournament, they need to have her and Vaca particularly to be successful. I mean, I'm not just saying that they're, a two-player team, but if they want to be successful, I need these two players to step up because they're leaders, they're captains, they need them to do well.
As I'm not sure who called the timeout. I believe it was Bergenfield.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yes,
Alex
Bergenfield
Verdun is going to check back into the game when they start play again. But last year, Wheaton Hills lost in the first round of the Northland Group 3 state tournament. They lost to High Point. I believe they lost by about 9 or 10 points. So this year, they have everyone back from last year. New additions, they have Holly Bassinick, who was not on the team last year because she was not in the school last year. So this team's played together a lot. They've gone through a lot together, and hopefully they'll be motivated for the states, and I'm sure they will be. And I'm sure they want to do very well in the states, and they want to continue to do well in the county tournament.
Questions, comments, criticisms, concerns, email us, WayneHillsTV@yahoo.com. Thank you, everybody that has emailed us this year. It's greatly appreciated. Again, that is WayneHillsTV@yahoo.com.
As Andrew's doing his advertisement, he reminded me to give you tonight's trivia question, which is brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Study hard and get good grades. Which two players scored 20 points or more in their win against Bergenfield this year? Answer coming up shortly.
Dave, I'm stumped. I don't know what the answer is.
Well, if you guys had to guess, let's keep the guesses to ourselves for us because you guys probably already know the answer.
No, I really don't know the answer. I'd have to take wild guesses.
Well, we'll let the viewers try to figure this one out.
Oh.
I know those trivia people at home. They love answering our questions, so we'll leave it up to them. Vaca to Ash. Ash takes a jumper off the rim, no good. Ash gets her own rebound. Wayne Hills resets. Ash comes off a screen. Ash pump fakes. Lala kicks out to Litsky. Litsky takes a three. It's good. Allison Litsky hits her second three of the game. She has just been on fire in this game as Bill Percy instructs his team to continue their press. Lappy dribbles through the defense. Nice pass by Katie Lappy as she passes to Beckett, but the shot is no good. Those are the kind of shots in a game like this that you have to knock down, especially when you're down by 10 points, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I mean, they're easy shots you got to make. And if you don't make them, that's what's going to keep you out of the ball game.
Lala takes the elbow jumper. Nothing but net for Michelle Lala. I believe that is her fifth basket of the game. I believe she has around 12 points. She just had a fantastic first half as Bergenfield pushes the ball up the court. Lappy's going to take a three. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Verdun.
Michelle Law has really found a groove here, and she's having a phenomenal game.
I'd like to give you the answer to tonight's trivia question. The question is brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Study hard and get good grades. Which two players scored 20 points or more in their win against Bergenfield this year? You've said Michelle Lala and Courtney Vaca. You're correct. Michelle Lala scored 21 points, and Courtney Vaca scored 20 points and had 20 rebounds.
Well, one of the names, as Ash hits a layup there, one of the names that came to my mind when I heard that question was Lucas Dimatoulis. I mean, he used to play basketball back in the day. I don't know. The first thing that came to mind. So he's actually coaching the freshman team right now at Bergenfield. But I don't know, Dave. Your questions are just ridiculous.
Well, they're doozies, Andrew. That's all you can say. As Lappy tries to make a spin move on Vaca, no good. Rebounded by Courtney Vaca. 2 seconds left, and there's going to be a jump ball. Possession hour in favor of the Wayne Hills Patriots as Coach Bill Percy applauds the good play of Courtney Vaca. 1.7 seconds here left in the first half. Litsy's just going to throw the ball in. Lala, and they cannot get a shot off. Just not enough time there for the Wayne Hills Patriots, but a smart play by Michelle Lala. The clock does not start until the ball is touched by a player, but there wasn't enough time for Michelle Lala to throw the pass all the way down to the other end of the court. But anyways, I think the Wayne Hills Patriots played a fantastic first half here, really shooting the ball well, played great defense, created a lot of turnovers, and that's what you have to do to win games, and that's the trademark of the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Well, defense comes first, and They've given up. When you give up 14 points and a half, you're going to win games. Especially, they're just forcing turnovers left and right, just working hard out there, pressing, not giving up, and that's what's going to win them ball games. And they're doing it tonight.
Yeah, truly a great defensive game, and it's hard to win when you score 14 points, and it's easy to win when you score almost 30 and a half.
Yeah, definitely. Wayne Hills, they were actually trailing early in the second quarter. Bergenfield was making their shots. They were playing pretty well. And then Wayne Hills just came out in the latter part of the second half, and they just took over. Michelle Lala really played great. I believe she had about 6 points in that stretch. She was really shooting well. Allison Litsky hit a couple of shots. Courtney Vaca was playing great defense and also rebounding well and shooting well. So Wayne Hills really took over there close to the end of the first half. But this is the end of the first half here at the Gifford Gymnasium. The Wayne Hills Patriots are beating the Bergenfield Bears 28-14. Stay tuned for the second half of play. Welcome back to the Gifford Gymnasium for the second half of action between the Bergenfield Bears and the Wayne Hills Patriots. I'm David Suntup alongside Jason Oliphant and Sean Yu, who is making his announcing debut for the Wayne Hills Television Production Club. Wayne Hills is defeating the Bergenfield Bears 28-14. Guys, what does Wayne Hills have to do to maintain their lead?
Well, to maintain their lead, they got to keep giving the ball to Michelle Lala. She had a hot first half. She had 12 points, 5 for 8 shooting. And they got to look for Courtney Vaca down low. She's a good player, good center for this Wayne Hills squad. And also look for Megan Tierney to get some good plays.
That's a great point by Jason, and their defense, their full court press has been excellent. And that's why they're getting so much turnovers on this game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with both of you guys. Michelle Laws played a fantastic game, really carried the load for the Wayne Hills Patriots. It's made Bergenfield unable to double Courtney Vaca in the post because Wayne Hills is hitting their outside shots. So Bergenfield has to play good perimeter defense in this game because Wayne Hills is shooting well, and also Wayne Hills getting out in the open court, creating turnovers with that full court press. I know you guys love the full court press, and I do too, and it's worked wonders here today.
Yeah, Wayne Hills created a lot of turnovers in the first half on their full court pressure. They had a lot of different presses on them.
As Casey Hollandford inbound for Bergenfield. Banta to take the ball up. Hollandford, going to the baseline. And she makes a good move to the hole, but she comes up empty as Lala pushes it up the court. Litsky to Lala. Screen set for Vaca as the ball hits off of Becky Ollis and it's taken away by Bergenfield.
Not a good pass by Lala there. They don't look like Vaca was open. Good defense on Bergenfield.
I think she was open, but it just hit off of Becky Ollis because they're both in the same area. Yes, Sean?
They should use a little more pick and rolls to get free, maybe some high post screens.
As the shot by Hollandford, no good. Katie Ash pushes the ball up for the Patriots. Lala along the baseline. Ash swings it around to Litsky. Litsky down low to Vaca. Vaca makes a move, and she is fouled by number 24, Daniela Rivera. And Courtney Vaca is going back to the line, where she has had a great game today.
That's what Wayne Hills needs to do. They need to give the ball to Courtney Vaca, and every time they get the ball, they know that Courtney Vaca is going to drive it in hard and try to get to the foul line to shoot foul shot attempts.
She is a great player down low, and they should use that to one of their elements and maybe pass it down low, maybe use some penetration.
As the first shot is off back iron, no good. As Bergenfield is going to make a substitution, number 20, Lindsay Abatello comes into the game as Casey Hollandford checks out. Second free throw on the way. Off back rim, no good, as it is rebounded by Bergenfield. Good rebound by Brittany Beckett. Bergenfield pushes it up the court. Shot is good by Lindsay Abatello. Just check into the game as she hits the long two. And Bergenfield cuts the lead to 12, 28-16 in favor of the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Wayne Hills can't let that happen. They need to keep up their tenacious defense.
Ash, pass it to Lala. Great pass by Katie Ash, and Lala goes off the glass for the deuce.
That was a great pass down low, getting the open man, looking for them. What do you have to say, Jason?
Yeah, Lala was wide open down low. Wayne Hills ran the flex offense perfectly on that drive.
And another great defensive play by the Wayne Hills Patriots, forcing another Bergenfield travel. Let's get it inbound. Ash to Olis. to Litsky. Litsky trying to set up the offense. Lala off a screen. Lala to Vaca. Ash by the elbow to Olis. Olis is going to take the rainbow jumper off the rim. No good.
This team is very tentative on taking shots. When they find something open, they don't usually take it firsthand. They usually look for an open pass.
And they're going to call a kickball on Katie Ash as a hit off her foot. It's still going to be Bergenfield ball.
Wayne Hills had good ball movement on that last drive. Becky Ola, she has a good shot. She's just not falling so far tonight, but she'll get her groove back.
As Bergenfield to inbound. Lappy. Good play there by Michelle defensively as it hits off her, as she deflects the ball, but Bergenfield recovers. Lappy's going to take a three off the front rim, no good, rebounded by Beckett. And they're going to call a foul on Lala. I disagree with the call. I thought she got all ball, as the Patriots faithful does not agree with the call.
Yeah, the faithful is booing here. I don't think there was a foul right there. It was good defense there by Courtney Vaca. I don't think there was a foul on that play.
The refs are just looking for something. It wasn't anything, just a little rough play.
That's going to be the first foul on Michelle Lala, as the first free throw by Beckett hits off the rim twice, no good.
Are these Bergenfield's first free throw attempts, Dave?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. As Beckett's second free throw rolls in the hoop. So Bergenfield, actually Beckett at the line, 1 for 2 on that sequence. Patriot lead is now 13 points, 30-17. 5:48 here left in the third quarter. Ash to Olis. Olis does not take the elbow jumper. Litsky on the baseline. Olis is wide open, and the pass is out of her reach. Becky Olis had 2 points right there, but the pass was off the mark by Allison Litsky, and Bergenfield is going to inbound the ball.
Yeah, Litsky just overthrew her there. Becky Olis is wide open on the elbow.
Patriots continue the press. Banta back to Lappy. Lappy makes a move on Vaca and gets free. Bergenfield off the court. Baseline jumper is good by Lindsay Abatello. So she's hit 2 baseline jumpers in the second half since she's come back into the game.
No one was back on defense there for Wayne Hills. They can't let that happen. They need strong defense.
And Hills was playing some good full court man, but then you have to get back on the drive when they pass it down low.
Ash to Lala. Lala loses the ball but recovers. Olis on the baseline. Shalala cuts, but she's not open. Ash to Litsky. Litsky passes to Lala. Patriots swing the ball around. Good ball movement. They gotta try to penetrate into the paint here. Ash to Vaca. Vaca gets past the defender. Vaca to the hoop, and she hits it off the glass for the deuce. Courtney Vaca, beautiful left-handed layup.
Good power move by Vaca. Got the ball, took 2 dribbles in, and laid it up and in.
Good double team there by Wayne Hills in the corner. Pass almost stolen by Katie Ash, but Katie Lappy recovers. Lappy to Banta. Banta, as the shot by Abatello is off the mark. Good rebound by Katie Ash.
Ash has been all over the floor today. She's been moving good on offense and great defense shown right there.
Yeah, they have a very tenacious defense, not letting up anything.
Olis to Vaca. Vaca on the perimeter. Ash is going to take the long 2. Off the back rim, no good. Ooh, good hustle there by Becky Olis to try to get the rebound, but it's taken by Bergfield's Lappy. Good ball handling by Katie Lappy as she goes off the court, and she is blocked by Michelle Lala. Lala in all alone, and she's going to put it off the glass for 2. Great defense by Michelle Lala as the defense translates into offense.
Yeah, Michelle Lala. Wayne Hills had the full court press going on. Lala, great steal, great play overall.
Lappy's going to take a 3. No good. Rebounded by Beckett. Beckett off the glass as she's fouled by Courtney Vaca, as Courtney Vaca puts her hand up in the air to tell the ref that she committed the foul. I believe that's Vaca's second foul of the game.
About 3/4 of this team's points is from fast break, great defense, and getting the ball turned over from the Bears.
First free throw by Beckett rolls in as the Patriots are going to make some substitutions. Holly Bassnick and Alex Verduin to check in. Becky Olis and Courtney Vaca to check out. Out of all the girls' games I've been to in my life, and I've been to about 3. Well, this is my 4th. I haven't seen the Patriots play too much without Courtney Vaca. I just want to give her a little breather, as I believe Alex Verduin is going to play center, as Beckett swishes the second free throw. 34-21 in favor of the Wayne Hills Patriots. 3:17 left here in the third quarter. Verduin at the top of the key. Verduin to Lala. Litsky is a wide open three. She takes it. No good. As the rebound is taken by Lappy. Banta up the court. Lappy's got a wide open three. She's going to pop it. In and out. No good. Good job there by Michelle Lala getting up high to get the rebound.
Yeah, good ball denial there by Michelle Lala, not letting that shot happen.
The Hills team is lucky that the Bears haven't been converting on their open shots and their open threes.
Good defensive play there by Bergenfield, Lindsay Avatel. That could have been a travel. She almost got up before she got rid of that ball. And it's still going to be Bergenfield ball as they're going to make a substitution. Daniela Rivera comes back into the game as Linda Stambouli for Wayne Hills is going to check into the game. As the refs waving Stambouli onto the court. And she's going to replace Allison Litsky as Allison Litsky gets a nice round of applause from the Wayne Hills crowd. Good defense there by Katie Ash to deflect the inbounds pass, so Bergenfield is going to get another shot at this.
On offense, Wayne Hills needs to look for Holly Bassick more down low. She's been posting up on the Bergenfield players very well. They should look to get the ball to her. She's a good freshman basketball player.
Also, with Stambouli coming in, they have a good threat on the offense with great handling and great passing.
As the pass by Abatel is off the mark, trying to get it to Beckett. Beckett was wide open. The ball was deflected off the Patriots. I didn't see the Patriots touch it, but it's going to be inbounded by Lappy. Abatello setting up the offense. Abatello being guarded by Ash. Beckett has to go down low to Lappy. Another steal by Michelle Lala, who's just playing a fantastic all-around game. Lala pushes the ball up the court.
Lala has been playing tremendous defense today and helping the Patriots to get this big lead.
As Ash takes a baseline three, no good. As they're going to call a foul, I believe it's going to be called on Beckett as she held down Holly Bassick's arm when Bassick was going for the rebound.
Yeah, I think it was a loose ball foul on Beckett there, so Wayne Hills will take it inbounds.
Linda Stambouli, the sophomore guard, to inbound the ball. 2:02 here left in the third quarter. The Patriots are leading the Bergenfield Bears 34-21. As the pass is taken away by Banta. Lappy tries to make a move, air ball, as the rebound is taken by Michelle Lala. Stambouli up the court. Lala makes a move. It's going to jump stop, pop, good! Michelle Lala makes another jumper in this game as the Patriots increase their lead to 15 points, 36-21.
Lala is playing a fantastic game. She has 18 now on the game.
Yeah, Lala has been doing it all from defense to offense and helping their team.
As the ball hits off of Michelle Lala's foot, it's still going to be Bergenfield's ball.
Let's go back to Michelle Lala again. Michelle Lala, as we said, 18 points on the game, but she also motivates her players to play defense. She's a great leader for this Wayne Hills Patriots team.
As the shot's going to be taken by Lappy, and she is fouled. She's going to go to the line for 3 shots. I know Lappy's made 2 of those today, but she's a center. I would not be fouling her from three-point land. She's missed a couple in a row. Now she's going to be at the line for 3 shots, as they're going to call the foul on Linda Stambouli, her second foul of the game. First free throw, nothing but net for Lappy.
Going back to Lackley, it surprised me in the first half when she was shooting threes. She's pretty tall, and she's a center for this team, but shooting threes, I don't know.
Second free throw was good for Lappy.
Yeah, she's been putting up some wild shots this game, but most of them have gone in.
Third free throw on the way, and it is also good. So Katie Lappy makes the Patriots pay for fouling her from downtown. She sinks all 3 free throws, and the lead is cut to 12, 36-24 in favor of the Patriots. Just over a minute left here in the third quarter. Lala on the baseline, back to Ash. Verduin to Botwinick. Botwinick to Lala. Lala's a wide open shot. She shoots. It's good. Michelle Lala is just on fire today as she hits the left elbow jumper as the Patriots increase their lead to 16 points. Lappy. Back to Banta. Banta against Stambouli. Screen on Stambouli. Lappy's open. Pump fake. Goes around. Jump stop. Shoots the jumper in the lane, and it is good.
Nice move by Lackey there. She got it on the post, and she drove in well.
21 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wayne Hills should settle for one. Not sure what they're going to do. Lala takes the shot. Runner, air ball, rebounded by Lappy as it hits off of Botwinick's leg, and Bergenfield is going to get the possession.
Good drive there by Lala, going right straight up the middle, but she just shot a little too soft there, but she had a wide open lane.
As Banta takes up the ball. 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lappy's going to have to fire a shot. And as they're going to call a travel on Katie Lappy. So with 3.5 seconds left here in the third quarter of play, Wayne Hills has a golden opportunity to add some points.
The referees have called a great game so far today. They're letting these kids play good plays here.
I'm not sure if the calls
They called a double dribble there. I don't know why, though.
double dribble or over and back. I really have no clue what the call was. 1.9 seconds left. Bergenfield's going to inbound. Lappy's going to have to fire a three. It's going to be an arrow ball. At the end of 3 quarters here at the Gifford Gymnasium, the Wayne Hills Patriots are defeating the Bergenfield Bears 38-26. Guys, what are your thoughts on the third quarter?
They have great ball movement. Hills team getting some open shots. Michelle Lala has been lighting it up from the field, and just as Jason said before, they're driving in, getting some great shots.
Yeah, Wayne Hills, Michelle Lala, she's just playing superb today in this game. 18 points. Wayne Hills running their flex and motion offense is very good today against this Bergenfield Bears defense, as Wayne Hills is leading 38-26. Wayne Hills is going to look to keep up their tenacious defense and try to bring up a W here.
Michelle Law continues to shoot her sweet stroke from the field in today's game. First time these two teams met back on December 20th of 2005 at Bergenfield. Michelle Law scored, I believe, a season-high 21 points, so she plays well against the Bears. As Andrew Gayo is going to come back and do the fourth quarter. Sean Yu did a fantastic job in his broadcasting debut. Also did great camera work the first half. Sean Yu showing his versatility. Anyways, back to the action. Lala in the post to Vaca. Vaca turns around, and she is fouled by Rivera, and Vaca's going to go to the line for 2. She's done a great job getting to the line tonight, Courtney Vaca.
Well, over her 4 years, she's done a great job of getting to the line. I mean, drawing the foul, taking quick jump shots underneath the basket. So she's pretty solid below when she gets there.
First free throw is off the front rim, no good. Lashner, Courtney Vaca, led the team in free throw percentage, as I said earlier in the game, with 75%. But the whole program knows Becky Olis, 90% last year. Second free throw, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Lappy. Lappy's going to dribble the ball up the court. Good play there by Courtney Vaca to deflect the ball. Banta finds Beckett. Beckett, baseline jumper, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lala.
Yeah, I mean, good defense once again by Wayne Hills the whole night. Just playing very good defense, and that's what's going to win the ball games. If they do play like this against the East Side, they're going to be in the game for a very long time.
Tierney's going to take the shot. No good. Rebounded by Lappy.
Good pass there by Stambouli. Had a good look there.
Banta being guarded by Stambouli. Hollandfer to Beckett. Banta. Back to Hollandfer. Bergenfield being forced on the perimeter here on this possession. Banta. Back to Rivera, the center. Rivera to Hollandfer. And they're going to call a reach and foul, I believe, on Allison Litsky. It's going to be her third foul of the game. If you're just joining us, the Wayne Hills Patriots are defeating the visiting Bergenfield Bears 38-26. 6 minutes and 52 seconds here left in the fourth quarter as Bergenfield to inbound. Banta to Beckett. Beckett swings around to Hollandfer. Hollandfer drives to the lane, and I believe they're going to call a foul. It's going to be on Courtney Vaca, and that's going to be her third foul of the game.
Dave, as you were talking about before, as the Bergenfield Bears have been playing a perimeter game, Wayne Hills has been playing a very strong defense, not letting Bergenfield go down in the paint for jumpers.
I apologize for that. the foul was called on Michelle Law, and it's her second of the game. As Hollenfer take the first of 2 free throws. First free throw is off the front rim, no good. Second free throw on the way. As Hollenfer gets nothing but net on the second free throw. Wayne Hills Patriots lead is 11, 38-27. Litsky trying to go down low to Vaca. Tierney. Tierney takes a few dribbles, passes it to Vaca. Lala calls out a play. Lala directing traffic to Tierney. Tierney to Stambouli. Stambouli to Litsky. Lala makes a move, shoots a jumper, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Vaca as she puts up, and she is fouled again. I believe the foul is going to be on Katie Lappy. So besides Courtney Vaca getting to the line, the Bergenfield players down low are getting into foul trouble here.
You know, it's very simple. When Wayne Hills is successful, they're dominating the inside game. And on the defense, they're dominating on defense, not keeping them out of the paint, as Jason mentioned earlier, letting them sit outside their opponents and take long threes and long jump shots. And that's just the way Wayne Hills is. They're an inside team, and they're going to win games like that.
Yeah, Courtney Vaca is just too strong down low for Bergenfield to handle.
As the first free throw was no good, as Daniela Rivera comes out of the game with 4 fouls. As the second free throw is off back iron, no good, rebounded by Hollenfer. So Rivera was in foul trouble, like I was saying before. Courtney Vaca doing a great job getting to the line, and the players out for Bergfield are getting into foul trouble. As Lala goes for the steal, and Beckett puts it off the glass for 2. 38-29 Wayne Hills, 5:46 here left in the fourth quarter. Litsky trying to make a move to Vaca. Vaca down low to Tierney. Tierney's doubled. Tries to kick it out to Litsky. And Vaca, reach and foul called on Brittany Beckett. So it's going to be a side out for Wayne Hills.
And from this point on, Wayne Hills, all they have to do is basically chew up the clock because they have a 9-point lead now. And if they chew up the clock, they're going to win this game.
Vaca in the post, off the window for 2. Great entry pass by Michelle Lala, finding Courtney Vaca in one-on-one down low. And when Courtney Vaca's one-on-one, she's going to make the shot more times than not.
Yeah, Vaca spun around the defender. Great move there by Courtney.
As Bergenfield is going to take a long jumper. That jumper is taken by Jamie D. Esposito, making her first appearance in the game. Stambouli up the court as they're going to call a reach and foul on Chanel Banta. Good job there by Stambouli trying to run the fast break offense. And Stambouli is going to inbound here. Lala was off a screen. Stambouli is going to pass it to the top like he did Tierney. Tierney drives to the hole, jump stop, puts it up, and it is good. Megan Tierney hits the jumper for her first 2 points of the game.
And Tierney's really, one of the most humble players on this team. Has really come along quietly. She's in the shadow of Vaca and Lala. As shot there is no good. The rebound. But no, as I was saying, she's really gone in the shadow of Vaca and Lala over her 4 years here. But she always puts up a solid night. Every single night comes out 110% effort. And she's a good player overall. Good defensive player as well.
And back on that last sequence, Megan Tierney grabbing an excellent defensive rebound. Yeah, last year, as the ball is stolen by Jamie D'Esposito stops. As they're going to call a travel on D'Esposito. She did travel there. She did take a step. Back to Megan Tierney. I felt really bad for her last year because in a game in Mawa, she tore her ACL. And those injuries are just terrible. Yeah, it's major surgery. Sometimes it's reconstructive. Sometimes it's arthroscopic. And then you have to sit out for 6 months and a lot of rehab. So she worked really hard to get back to this point. She missed the softball season, but she came back for field hockey. As Michelle hits another shot off the glass for 2.
Speaking of underappreciated players, Katie Ash and Linda Stambouli are also very unappreciated. 2 phenomenal guards for this Wayne Hills squad.
Back to what I was saying about Megan Tierney. So she missed half the basketball season and all of her softball season, but she worked really hard during her rehab, worked really hard to strengthen the knee. She came back for field hockey, and now she's playing basketball. So just a great story for Megan Tierney, how she recovered from her injury, and now she's back playing at a full level. As the shot is made by Lindsay Abatel, nothing but net on the mid-range jumper.
Good pull-up jumper there from the elbow.
Litsky's going to fire a long two, no good. And they're going to call, I'm not sure who the foul's going to be on.
Tierney.
Foul's going to be on Megan Tierney.
It was a reach-in foul.
3:29 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Wayne Hills is beating Bergenfield 44-31. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please email the Wayne Hills Video Club at waynehillstv@yahoo.com. Once again, that is waynehillstv@yahoo.com. As they're going to call travel on Banta. Great defense there by Michelle Lala and Katie Ash. And like we were talking about before, Jason, of Katie Ash, very underappreciated player. She could shoot the outside shot. She's good at driving to the hole, and she also plays great defense. And Linda Sambuli also great at playing defense. Really good dribbler, really good baller. Allison Litsky hits the baseline three. I believe that's her second try of the game.
It is. Letsky was wide open, put up the three, nothing but the bottom of the net.
As Wayne Hills continues with the press, even though they're up by 16. Lappy shoots a rainbow three, no good, as Allison Litsky's going to let the ball go out of bounds.
But speaking about Linda Stambuli again, people may criticize her about being the shortest player on the court, but she has heart and desire, and she plays great. Linda Stambuli, she's a great guard for this Wayne Hills squad, as well as Katie Ash.
That last shot there by Lappy reminded me of the Rain Man, Sean Kemp. He used to take long-range shots like that.
As Becca hits the shot off the glass for two, and the foul. She's going to go to the line and try to add one more. The foul is on Katie Lappy. It's probably her fourth or fifth foul. I don't think it's her fifth foul. Definitely has to be her third or fourth foul because Becca, this is probably about her fifth or sixth trip to the line tonight. And she makes the free throw to complete the three-point play. Actually, that was only the second foul on Lappy. Most of the fouls on Vaca, were committed by Daniela Rivera, who is now on the bench in foul trouble.
Wayne Hills has their biggest lead of the game at 18, as there is 2:49 left here in the fourth quarter, 49-31. Wayne Hills prevailing.
As the foul is called on Allison Litsky. It was a reaching foul. I believe Wayne Hills has to be over the limit, so Bergenfield is shooting free throws. Actually, there's a one-on-one situation here. They have one-on-one situations here in high school as Casey Holland hits the first free throw. If you make the first, you get the second. Second free throw on the way. And it rolls in and out, no good. Lala up the court. Very good ball handler, Michelle. She's just played a complete game, shooting the ball, passing the ball, defense. She's just been the total package in this game today.
Yeah, definitely. This game definitely goes in as one of her greatest games so far this year.
A lot of pressure here by the Bergenfield Bears.
Vaca gets out to Litsky. Shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded by D'Esposito. D'Esposito back to Lappy. Lappy rejected by Lala. Banta gets it back off the front rim, no good. Banta again rejected by Vaca. So Vaca has just played great on the defensive end, especially that sequence. Lala up the court. Lala makes a move to the baseline, and she is fouled by Katie Lappy, and Michelle Lala is going to go to the line for two.
I understand that Wayne Hills wants to score more, but I think Wayne Hills should slow it up a little bit, take some time off the clock, so Bergenfield doesn't have a miracle here.
Questions, comments, concerns, email us waynehillstv@yahoo.com. That's waynehillstv@yahoo.com. Do you like information on professional sports or any other sport? Watch the 30-minute drill on Channel 77. David Suntup, Andrew Axelman, Ryan Dubin, Matt DeBoe, Brian Rossman, Andrew Gayo, Alan Bernstein, Matt Taylor, Matt Green, Tom Gallo, and anybody else affiliated on the show, because we have a lot of different guests each week. Do you like Chad Cutler? Then watch the Chad Cutler Show, the brand new show on Channel 77. He does miscellaneous guests on the show covering many different topics.
First free throw is good for Michelle Lala. There's a little bit of confusion with the refs as Brittany Beckett did foul out of this game, and her sister Taryn Beckett came in. Second free throw off the front rim, no good. And before, Courtney Vaca and Allison Litsky getting a standing ovation from the Wayne Hills faithful. Both just played fantastic games. Great fan support by the Wayne Hills Patriots as Coach Percy is going to rest the two for their game on Friday at Ramapo Arena. So they have a huge rematch with Ramapo at Ramapo.
Yeah, that should be a good one there as Wayne Hills plays the Green Raiders of Ramapo, arch rivals, as Coach Percy is bringing in his substitutes as Michelle Law gets a standing ovation from the Wayne Hills faithful.
Michelle Law just played a fantastic game. I'm not the statistician here. I'm not that versatile, but Michelle Lala must have had over 20 points as Tara Shoebridge checks into the game. First free throw off the mark, no good. And also Alex Verdoen and Chelsea Zayas making their first appearance. Tierney takes a dribble. Megan Tierney off glass for 2. Great play by Megan Tierney, catching the entry pass and putting it off the glass for 2. Pass down low to Beckett. Beckett fakes and puts it off glass for 2. The Wayne Hills lead is 19. 1:23 here left in the fourth quarter. Wayne Hills is beating the Bergenfield Bears 53-34. Zayas trying to make a move. Ash to Verdoen. Verdoen to Zayas. Shoebridge to Ash. Tierney off a screen. Tierney drives to the hole. No good. Rebounded by number 4 of Bergenfield, May Morales. Shot taken by Beckett, and it is good. Beckett makes the tray to cut the lead to 16. 45 seconds here left in the fourth quarter.
Wayne Hills is just relentless on offense. They're continuing to play, continuing to take their shot attempts.
Zayas trying to set up the offense. 35 seconds here left in the fourth quarter. Wayne Hills already has this game in hand. Zayas getting double teamed, and Bergenfield is going to get the ball back. Good play there by May Morales and Chanel Banta. Good hustle, getting on the floor, getting a loose ball, and Bergenfield, the possession arrow is in their favor, so they're going to take over right now.
Sam Levine is coming in for Katie Ash for the last 30 seconds of this game.
Sam Levine, another sophomore, very talented player. She plays point guard, very good dribbler, has a very nice shot. As Morales' shot is an air ball, and it's going to be Wayne Hill's ball.
Also, Sabrina Heskins is checking in. 2 star JV players, Sabrina and...
As Megan Tierney gets an applause for her great effort in this game, and Sabrina Heskins comes on. Levine takes the ball up the court. Levine makes a spin move, kicks it out to Zayas. Zayas very good from downtown. Heskins back to Shoebridge. Shoebridge to Verdoen. 1 second left is going to be taken away by Morales. She fires up a shot, no good. And the final score here at the Gifford Gymnasium, the Wayne Hills Patriots win this game 53-37, guys. Great effort all around by everyone on the Wayne Hills basketball team. Everyone contributed, played great on offense, great on defense, really forced Bergenfield and made them turn the ball over a lot. Great game all around by the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Yeah, Wayne Hills played a great game. Courtney Vaca, Michelle Lala, the list goes on. They just played superb. Definitely one of their best games so far this season. We thought we were going to have a good one for the first half, but then Wayne Hills just controlled the second half. Good ball movement, good passing, good shooting by Michelle Lala. Great win here for Wayne Hills. This could be a huge momentum shifter for the rest of the season.
Well, to be frank, it was not one of the most overhyped matchups. I mean, we all know Bergenfield, they're a little less than stellar when it comes to basketball. I mean, in multiple sports, but it was a blowout as I expected it before the game. You know, Wayne Hills, they made a mockery of them, which they should have. You know, they took advantage of them, and that's what Wayne Hills should do against the bad teams. They should beat the bad teams, and against the good teams, they should compete and try to win.
Totally agree with you. You always have to beat the teams that you are supposed to beat, as Wayne Hills did today, as they took care of their business against Bergenfield. And then against the good teams, you have to put up a good effort, try your best, and hopefully you play a solid game, and then you have a chance to beat one of the big teams. But Wayne Hills is just phenomenal on offense. Michelle Lala, Courtney Vaca, Megan Tierney, Allison Litsky, Katie Ash. If you name a player, they just played fantastic today. Defense did a really good job creating the press. Allison Litsky, Katie Ash, Michelle Law, Courtney Vaca on the defensive end all played fantastic, and creating the turnovers translated into points. So Wayne Hills on an all-out effort today defeated the Bergenfield Bears very easily in this game, 53-37. For Jason Oliphant, Andrew Gayo, Sean Yu, Michael Botwinick, and William Peiper, I'm David Suntup. Have a good night, everyone.